Hi, this is Dudley. I've been asked a lot of times recently how things are going with ministries and churches because of the lockdown that we're all enduring related to the coronavirus. Well, obviously, when people are out of work and they don't have money to give, then there's obviously a lack. And when you are living in uncertain times, which we are, then fear begins to creep in, and fear causes uncertainty, and that uncertainty sometimes causes us to hold on to what we have and wait. And ministries are being affected, and we are one of those ministries. And so I wanted to share some things with you that I think is a better outlook, a better approach to things. Ministries must go on. Our ministry must go on. You know why? Because people are still needy. In fact, this whole time that we're going through is unveiling some needs that were there, that were covered up by busyness and familiarity. And now we're seeing the loneliness and anger and frustration and sadness and isolation and alienation and despair. These things are beginning to boil up. And these needs are going to be there once the pandemic is over. And what are we going to do with them? Well, the only answer to those is the gospel. The gospel must go on. We must not stifle the message, the real hope, the hope that's bigger and better and will last after we return to normal, whatever that is. And so, yes, it is important that we do whatever's necessary to support ministries, and I hope you'll keep us in mind as you do. I am several things going on that I think is important. One is I think the shallow consumer gospel is being exposed, the gospel of convenience and all of that. It fit pretty well with kind of the American dream of self-control, self-sufficiency, self-effort, self-improvement. Not going to work. Not going to work with needs that are so deep that it requires transformation. It requires changing us on the inside. And that's why the gospel must go forth. So I'm encouraged by this, though. I'm encouraged that Christians are acting like Christians. That Christians are realizing that no matter what's going on outside, that if you stop sowing, you stop reaping. And they're also realizing that generosity and giving mocks fear. And Christians are going to mock the fear. And so they're going to continue to be generous. They're going to be sacrificially generous. I'm encouraging people to be attentive to those around you. Attentive to folk who may need a job and you may have something they can do. Recently, I needed some minor remodeling done in my house that I could have put off, but I thought I need it. Eventually I'm going to do it. Why don't I give somebody a job? So I had it done. I had some landscaping stuff done. I'm not the best gardener in the world, but I could have gotten out and done it. And I thought, why not pay somebody who that's their job and gives them a job. It gets my stuff done. You say, yeah, but you better hold on. You might need that money. No, I need to be planting. I need to be giving. I have people around me that need things that I have. I could give to them without just doling out dollars. So I want to encourage you to be attentive to those around you. You got a food bank in your community, give some money to it, go work in it. Wear a mask. But go work. You have other opportunities, all kind of stuff around. Just being attentive to the needs around you, so that during this time we Christians get to show that we are really the light of the world. We're walking in the light as God's in the light, and He is our source, and so forth. So during these days, be attentive. Secondly, I would encourage you to reassess your investments. I was going through all the stuff where I've given to charities and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, okay, if you're going to get serious, You need to invest where it's really important. Let me tell you this. God has placed heaven's highest value on the gospel. Why? It's the only hope of real salvation. It's the only hope that when the pandemic is here or not here, you can walk in peace and you can walk in victory and you can walk in love and you can walk free. It's the highest value. Do not stop supporting the gospel. Yes, you need to feed the hungry. Yes, you need to clothe the naked. Yes, we need to help each other. But do not stop supporting the gospel. And the other thing, the last thing I'd say to you is, we've talked a lot about this whole thing maybe creating an awakening, the fourth great awakening. And it's like, but sometimes the idea of awakening is like, okay, what is awakening? Like God just kind of drops down out of heaven and does something? God has chosen in this world to work his work through individuals like you and me and the community of faith. So if God is going to bring awakening, the instruments that he'll use to bring awakening are people. Well, can you plant seeds for awakening? I think you can. I think you can plant seeds of awakening by actions and by words, by telling the truth, not falling victim to the fears and the conspiracies and all of that, by telling the truth of who God is, what he has done, and what's available to him through the finished work of Christ, and then acting that out by by serving your neighbor, by serving your family, by taking care of your own particular garden, and by reaching out further than you've reached out before. You can plant seeds of awakening, because awakening means people's eyes are being opened to reality. What is reality? Jesus is the center of everything. He is the solution to our problems. He is the satisfaction to our desires. That's reality. And we can both speak that and act that. And as we do that, we are planting seeds of awakening, and maybe we will see a nationwide, worldwide opening of the eyes of people that have been closed by business and life as usual, and now maybe there's a chance they can see something differently. We will emerge from this. Let's emerge from it in the light. If we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with God and with each other, and he forgives us of all our sin. Let's walk in the light, emerge in the light, and be children of light during this time.